Jeff, if you could just describe where we are, and then maybe we'll just walk out.
Yeah, sure. So we're on Kiska Island, Kiska Harbor. This is the Japanese submarine base from World War II. We're in the southern part of the harbor here. You can see some concrete structures right out here. That describes a ways. That's a way to take ships in and out of the boat. Would have been those described provided protection for them to bring the Japanese mini-subs out of the water and up into this covered warehouse where they had about 5 submarines. You can see the remains of one mini-sub right here, close to the beach, and then in between us and the orange skiffs, you can see the back portions of some. The Americans came in after the war and they cut up a lot of those submarines for scrap metal and then took them away. There's still some. There's one left right over here, right over the hill, but there would have been, and there still are, railroad tracks right here to pull these submarines up all the way south. This would have been covered up by a giant warehouse that we have right here. Large trusses, those are all bombed and have been taken away. Big warehouse over here, so it's quite a structure. And all we're left with now is basically the sand has covered a lot of stuff and this one mini sub up here.
Want to take a look?
Okay, let's go. So this is the area where we're inside a warehouse right now. There's been a covered rampway right there. And underneath this are 2 parallel submarine tracks. There's concrete walls on the side that are missing, but this would have been a big, giant structure here that the Americans would have bombed during the war. Big warehouse up here, up on top, and there would have been winches that are on the front portion with the submarines that would have pulled these submarines up. So these are like a 2-person submarine, HA model, and each of these has a number. I think this is HA-24, it's called, which is the number of this. There were several others. And those numbered ones are remains that are on the beach there.
So there would have been 2 people. This is a 2-person submarine.
That's right, yeah. So this one we have before and after pictures, you know, taken from right up on that hill, right after the war. There's actually several of them that were winched out. Going down, they were cut up, as I said, for scrap. So, again, there's underneath this right here, there's these railroad tracks. You can come up here, we'll show you where the cradle is, but you can see it's a twin propeller right here in the back. And they have rudders up and down, left and right. And here's a rudder, twin screw, and then these provided these rudders that are falling apart now. The up and down control the movements of the sub. You can see they had electric power on here. These are some of the electric batteries. They're still left, lead acid batteries that would have provided some propulsion to run silent on it. You can notice that the Japanese placed some of these charges to disable it because you can see how it's blasted out.
Oh, it's blasted. So that was
inside.
That was the Japanese destroying the sub themselves.
Yeah.
Now there's a bunch of. It's just pocked with holes all over the place. Was that what sunk it?
Well, there was no actual battle here with the Japanese, but there was thousands of troops with lots of ammunition, so a lot of target practice.
I see.
Was happening right here. So, but you can see all the bullet holes in there still. So here's the cradle. You can see right here. This is the cradle, wood that holds it. And if you go down far enough, you know, you can see there would be like basically small railroad track wheels. And this cradle here, and in the fore portion, they would have winched it up the railroad track this direction here. So 2-person, 1-person was in here. There was kind of an operator, a commander and an operator. Here you can see a little stations, but you can go in there and it's basically what you're seeing in there is all batteries. It's like solid batteries that provided the propulsion for everything in here. You can see them in here. There's still some controls left over in here. But basically the purpose of this was an attack submarine. So you could sneak into an enemy harbor. We'll go up to the front where you can see one of the 2 torpedo tubes. They're kind of oriented in like a over and under shotgun.
So this would only carry 2 torpedoes?
2 torpedoes.
Two men, 2 torpedoes.
Yeah.
So they had to be efficient, right?
Yeah, you had 2 shots, you know, don't mess up. But it would have been a good way to sink another boat in a harbor or whatever. They did use that at Pearl Harbor, similar type of submarines. So you can see right here, the submarine's actually kind of buried now. And then they come to the front, you can kind of see how long that is. I don't remember off the top of my head how long it is, but it's about 60 foot or so. And if you come right to the front, you can see this is the diameter of the first torpedo tube right here. You see a lot of rat poop in there, rats living in there. But this would, the torpedo wood is projected from here and just been launched out. There's another one below us that is buried in the sand. And you can see the conning tower there, but see the side has been blasted out because again they placed charges in critical places to disable it so it couldn't be used against the Japanese.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.